Volvo S60 Polestar first drive report. If this were less ordinary looking, then wait for the moment when it welcomes you with open arms. Volvo has thrown open doors to performance by introducing S60 Polestar into India. Volvo S60 Polestar brings forward the Swedish automaker racing heritage, which we are just about to experience right here right now. When it's performance, the first thing that would ring a bell in your mind, especially in reference to premium cars in India, is that of the Mercedes's AMG, BMW's M series and Audi's R series. Though this one is very Swedish and holds its own in a four-way battle that comprises of three Germans. Volvo, who has tasted recent success with models like XC90 and S90, now has taken a shot at the premium performance segment with the launch of S60 Polestar. Priced at INR 52.5 lakhs, is Volvo S60 Polestar worthy of its performance tag? Let us find out. Volvo S60 Polestar, exterior. The Volvo S60 moniker does justice to Swedish design with its great-looking exteriors, which we have already seen in the market. However, the addition of a Polestar badge pushes up the appeal, as the sedan aims to be much more sporty and aggressive than before. For starters, the rebel blue paint scheme given to it just looks menacing, and so do the enhancements provided all around. The details of which are that besides a regular S60, the Volvo S60 Polestar offers a redesigned front splitter. In fact, the grille too has an update to it, with a Polestar badge being thrown in. It is also for the first time that a manufacturer has fitted in radar technology at such a competitive pricing, which is normally found in ultra-high-end saloons. This radar system offers adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, collision warning with full auto braking for pedestrians, cyclists, animals, and other vehicles, blind spot detection with cross-traffic alert, city safety and park assist. Move to the sides and the story is no different, as the profile is very similar to that of the normal S60, except the availability of 20-inch alloy wheels along with black painted OVRMs. While the rear comes incorporated with a spoiler integrated into the boot lid. Like up front, the Polestar badge makes its way here too, as is the presence of a neatly tucked in diffuser. The existence of twin exhaust pipes which Polestar embossed on them just goes to show the focus on attention to detail on behalf of Volvo. Volvo S60 Polestar, interior. When we talk of any Volvo, the interior is one aspect that will have you satisfied the most. With the Volvo S60 Polestar it is no different. In fact, the subtle yet noteworthy updates just blend in perfectly with the outside design. The blue theme makes its impact by way of the stitching given to the leather-wrapped steering wheel and seats. For more, it is an all-black cabin with subtle use of silver inlays which can be found throughout the cabin. Rest, the layout more or less is the same as before, be it the instrument cluster or the infotainment system, Harman Kardon clubbed with 12 speakers, on board. Adding flavor to its character is the availability of carbon fiber inserted into the center console and sporty pedals, accelerator and brake. The seats herein provide a mix of suede and leather, reiterating its image. Not to forget that their snug fit feel just makes the over experience much more memorable. Especially if you are driving on a racetrack. Having said this, the use of suede might not be a great idea keeping Indian conditions in mind. Since for almost 6 months we have summers followed by winter for remaining part of the year. Talking about safety, the Volvo S60 Polestar come equipped with 8 airbags, emergency brake assist, whiplash protection for front seats, among others. Volvo S60 Polestar, engine and performance. From track to road, this is where Polestar stands apart from the standard Volvo as a brand in sheer means of 2-decade-old technical know-how of DTM, Deutsche Tourenwagen Masters, touring car racing series that this performance outfit brings to the table. So we were recently invited to the city of Coimbatore to sample this latest offering from the Swedish automaker at the famous Kari Speedway. Some exciting time ahead, but before we get to that, let us tell you that the power plant breathing under the newly introduced Volvo S60 Polestar is the same as current generation S60. This, for reference, is a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine. That aside, everything else gets a strict shake-up, for instance a supercharger which has been thrown in along with a turbocharger that helps in producing more power and torque. Therefore, going by sheer numbers, the S60 Polestar produces an amazing 367 bhp and 470 Nm torque. This, mind you, is 61 horses more than the top-of-the-line T6 all-wheel drive variant of the normal S60. The performance figures state that this particular sedan can accelerate from 0-100 km/h in just 4.7 seconds, as it comes matted to 8-speed automatic gearbox. With the specifications out of our way, let us get straight to point. How is it to drive? On making my way to the driver's seat, I was cautious to note the sound that the car was making while in idle, and might I say that the enthusiast within me knew that there was something special in my hands. Buckled in and we were ready to go. The steering felt very composed as I slotted the gearbox into sports mode. This is what we were at the track to do, so why fool around but to directly get into it. The Volvo S60 Polestar is very eager to respond, keeping in mind the amount of throttle input. This supercharged and turbocharged petrol engine is definitely going to bring a smile to your face each time that one goes hard on it. Along with that, a pleasant exhaust note will surely sound music to the ear, especially while going up or down the 8-speed gearbox. As we were given only 15 minutes with the vehicle, there were a few takeaways from this drive. The 8-speed Geartronic automatic gearbox, for that matter, provided faster gear changes. The gearing could be further enhanced by simply using pedal shifts that allowed us to derive the maximum out of the 2.0-liter engine. Thus, in a straight line speed, the S60 Polestar does make a mark for itself. While around corners, the presence of Borg-Warner 4-wheel drive system on board makes sure that adequate traction is provided to the wheel that need it the most, thereby giving the driver full control of the vehicle. Complementing things further, the suspension too has been reworked upon to provide the vehicle the agility that it requires. In fact, the shock absorbers can manually be adjusted to suit your needs depending upon the road condition. With all this power and a curb weight of 1,756 kgs, the S60 Polestar is fitted with Brembo disc brakes that help in keeping speed under check. The bite in them is decent enough not to have any hair-raising incident. Last but not the least, to enjoy a blistering performance, there is the availability of a launch control that will pin you against the seat the moment you put your foot to the floor. Volvo S60 Polestar, verdict. We enjoyed our short stint with the Volvo S60 Polestar, as it was a fun and an engaging sedan to drive around the racetrack. But to answer the question, has Volvo done the right thing? Well, in comparison to what is on offer, the S60 Polestar is a good option for someone who is in search for subtle looks and at the same performance which could have their opponent truck for words. Its mechanical characteristics are such that no matter where you drive it, either on the racetrack or normal city roads, this performance sedan will help you enjoy each and every bit, not to forget the mouth-watering price tag.